Hey, welcome back to Not So Epic, where we review some of the weekly free games from the ever so inaptly named Epic Game Store. But hey, who doesn't like free games? The heroes of River City, Kunio and Riki, have been captured, and now their girlfriends Misako and Kyoko are scouring the streets looking for payback. These violent thugs and lowlifes only speak through fisticuffs, so let me help you translate. Grab your heart-shaped backpacks and baseball bats. It's time to dab in your enemies and headbutt your way to victory, because this week on the chopping block is...
Let's move it, Kyoko. No joker.
Do you ever wonder why everyone in our town is so violent? I mean, everyone's always punching and kicking each other. Everywhere we go, all day long.
River City Girls is a relatively fresh take on the classic beat-em-up series with manga panels, anime cutscenes, synth-pop soundtracks, and a 16-bit art style to drive it all home. For those who are unfamiliar, River City Girls is a reimagined spin-off of the Kunio-kun series, a franchise that reaches as far back as the 80s. In River City Girls, the main protagonists of the Kunio-kun franchise, Kunio and Riki, are kidnapped. Now it's up to their girlfriends, Misako and Kyoko, to find and rescue them. The premise is kinda almost the equivalent to if Batman died and then it became the sidekick's job to protect Gotham. Oh, wait a second. I just described Gotham Knights, didn't I?
If you're watching this, I'm dead.
But hey, don't worry. This game's actually good.
Wait, where did you come from?
Loading up the game, you're given 3 different save slots available to play. Here's where you'll be given the option to change a few settings before starting or resuming your progress. These settings include difficulty, toggling friendly fire, and whether you want to play co-op. Before you start pinging your friends to begin your crusade, we should probably tell you that River City Girls does not have online gameplay features. The sequel did fix this issue, but for the focus of this game, unless your buddy is sitting right next to you or you have remote playability features such as Parsec, you might be left as a one-gal army. River City Girls faithfully follows a lot of the classic beat-em-up gameplay features, such as light attacks, heavy attacks, blocks, and parries. As you level up, you'll continue to unlock more moves and abilities over time. This allows you to create combos and new ways to beat your foes to the floor. Sometimes, when there's one last enemy left in the room and their health is low enough, they may beg you for mercy.
Whether or not you grant it is up to you, but if you do, you'll be able to recruit them as a temporary ally to call in for assists. You can sometimes call them in and they'll briefly help you out in battle, and you can even collect them on your phone like a certain undisclosed Pocket Monster franchise.
Keep in mind that when you lose all of your health, your ally will leave you, and you'll lose a sizable chunk of your collected money, so you better use it or lose it.
As you punch and kick your way around River City, you'll find different shops that can sell you food items or accessories. Food items are how you heal, and different accessories can provide you certain buffs or effects, allowing you to equip 2 at a time. The first time that you eat each food item in a shop, you get permanent buffs to your stats, so go out and try them all. Sometimes you'll find weapons lying around or carried by enemies, like baseball bats, yo-yos, and benches.
Heck, if you can't find anything else, beat the enemies with the enemies. These weapons can be used to your advantage, but keep in mind that they will eventually break after enough uses. Also, keep in mind that even with friendly fire turned off, throwing items can very much hurt your friend. Unlike most beat-em-ups, River City will have you backtrack to places you've been before for quests and missions, along with general progression, instead of just constantly headed in one direction. On top of this, the enemies will scale with you, leading to the player never feeling overpowered, even after level grinding. Enemies will spawn continuously on each screen, even in places you've already explored, so you'll find yourself fighting almost constantly, never missing the action. One thing to note is that the amount of XP you can get per room is limited, but easily circumvented by leaving and reloading the area, resetting the amount.
River City Girls is a very colorful, bubbly, and animated art style shown in the trailers, art, cutscenes, and menus. But once you're in the game, it takes on a very detailed pixel art style that makes it feel like you're playing in an arcade. I'm not sure if it's a throwback to the old classic Kunio-kun games, but it's got a cute charm to it nonetheless. The dialogue also doesn't take itself seriously, adding to the comical atmosphere of the whole premise.
Don't act like you're smarter than me. I've been in high school for 7 years.
Those guys are losers.
What did he say about my Ricky pill? Chill, Kyoko. I'll chill this guy's face!
The soundtrack is also very upbeat and catchy, with a mix of synthwave pop that feels both retro and new at the same time. It'll keep you bopping as you send your enemies a handmade beatdown as you explore River City. Overall, River City Girls is a very fun and charming beat 'em up that'll keep you on your toes. For the uninitiated, it can be very challenging, and for the first few hours, it can be a bit of a slog. You may end up finding yourself getting repeatedly knocked down and out. Boss fights are also quite relentless if you're not familiar with their attack patterns. Personally, it took me about half a day before I could really get comfortable with combat, but once you're past the initial frustrations, I'd say that there's a lot to enjoy. I will say that though I personally enjoyed playing solo on my own time, the game is still probably best enjoyed when you have both girls wreaking havoc on screen.
While I'm not the most comfortable with beat 'em up style games, I did find my time playing River City Girls to be enjoyable. It certainly does feel like a throwback to the arcade days in both gameplay elements and difficulty. If you are a fan of old school beat 'em ups, then this is certainly a great pick-me-up for solo or duo players, assuming that you either have a remote play service or can do couch co-ops. So get out there and get your boyfriends back. Thank you for visiting the Gamer House. If you like what you saw, feel free to like and subscribe. See you next time on Not So Epic.